Imagine a world where the stars dictated your fate, where the heavens were a divine mystery and a single machine, crafted by human hands, could predict their dance with uncanny precision. Now, picture that machine, a marvel of gears and bronze, lost to the sea for 2 millennia, its genius buried under waves and forgotten by history. This is the story of the Antikythera mechanism, an ancient Greek device so advanced it defies belief. A creation that challenges everything we thought we knew about the past. Why, in an age of gods and myths, did someone build a mechanical computer to map the cosmos? And why was its brilliance left to rust in obscurity, dismissed as an anomaly by those who couldn't fathom its purpose? As a scientist who spent decades unraveling the secrets of the universe, I've seen how history buries its pioneers, those whose ideas were too bold, too strange for their time. The Antikythera mechanism isn't just a relic, it's a testament to human ingenuity, a whisper from the past that we've ignored for far too long. Its story resonates today in an era where technology shapes our lives, yet we often overlook the visionaries who paved the way. Have we, in our rush toward the future, forgotten the minds that first dared to measure the heavens? Today we'll dive into the life of this enigmatic machine and the unknown genius behind it, a journey that will leave you questioning what else history has hidden. Before we begin, I invite you to join me on this adventure. If you're as fascinated by forgotten science as I am, please hit that like button and subscribe to Obscure Minds for more untold stories of innovation. Your support fuels our mission to bring these hidden gems to light. Now, let's step back to a stormy sea in 1900, where a chance discovery would rewrite the history of technology. The story begins not with the machine's creation, but with its rediscovery. In 1900, sponge divers off the Greek island of Antikythera stumbled upon a shipwreck, a Roman vessel laden with treasures from the 1st century BCE. Among the statues and coins was a corroded lump of bronze, unremarkable at first glance. It wasn't until 1902, when archaeologist Valerios Stais noticed gears embedded in the artifact, that the world began to grasp its significance. This was no ordinary relic. It was a machine of staggering complexity, with at least 30 interlocking gears, pointers, and dials inscribed with Greek text. Radiocarbon dating and studies of the wreck place its origin around 100 to 70 BCE, though some argue it could date back to 200 BCE. What was this device? Decades of research, including X-ray imaging by teams like the Antikythera Mechanism Research Project, revealed its purpose. It was an astronomical calculator, a mechanical model of the cosmos. By turning a hand crank, its user could predict the positions of the sun, moon, and possibly planets, track lunar phases, and even forecast eclipses. It modeled the geocentric universe of ancient Greece, using epicycles to approximate planetary motion, a system rooted in the mathematics of Hipparchus, the famed astronomer of Rhodes. The mechanism's front dial displayed the zodiac and Egyptian calendar, while its back dials tracked cycles like the 19-year Metonic cycle and the 18.6-year Saros cycle for eclipses. Its inscriptions, deciphered through modern imaging, served as a user manual, guiding operators through its functions. This wasn't just a tool, it was a triumph of engineering and mathematics. The gears, hand-cut with astonishing precision, used differential ratios to simulate the irregular motion of celestial bodies. Such complexity was thought impossible before the medieval clockwork of the 14th century. Yet here it was, 1,400 years earlier. Scholars like Cicero, writing in the 1st century BCE, described similar devices in the Greek world, attributing them to thinkers like Archimedes or Posidonius. While no single inventor is named, the mechanism's design suggests a workshop of brilliance, likely in Rhodes or Syracuse, where astronomy and mechanics flourished. Its significance was profound. The Antikythera mechanism bridged astronomy, mathematics, and engineering, embodying the Greek quest to rationalize the cosmos. It wasn't built for superstition, but for knowledge, enabling priests, navigators, or scholars to align rituals, voyages, or observations with celestial events. In a world without telescopes, it gave humans a mechanical window into the heavens, a way to grasp the universe's rhythms. Its existence suggests a level of technological sophistication we've only recently begun to appreciate, challenging the notion that ancient societies were primitive in their science. But who crafted this marvel? We may never know their names, yet their vision was centuries ahead of its time. As we marvel at their achievement, a darker question looms. How could such a groundbreaking invention vanish from history's pages? Let's dive into the tragedy that left the Antikythera mechanism forgotten. The Antikythera mechanism's brilliance should have echoed through the ages, yet it sank into obscurity, its legacy drowned by time and circumstance. The shipwreck that preserved it, a Roman merchant vessel likely bound for Italy, hints at its fate. Around 70 BCE, as Rome's empire expanded, Greek knowledge was both prized and plundered. Libraries were looted, scholars enslaved, and artifacts like the mechanism became trophies for Roman elites. Cicero's accounts suggest such devices were displayed as curiosities, not tools for study. The mechanism, perhaps en route to a wealthy patron, was lost when its ship sank, buried under the Mediterranean's waves. But the shipwreck was only the beginning of its tragedy. The mechanism's disappearance reflects a broader decline in Greek scientific tradition. By the 1st century CE, the Hellenistic world's intellectual hubs, Alexandria, Rhodes, Syracuse, were waning under Roman dominance. The practical Romans valued engineering for aqueducts and roads, but had little patience for abstract sciences like astronomy or theoretical mechanics. The mechanism's intricate gears, requiring specialized knowledge to maintain or replicate, were likely seen as impractical. Without a culture to sustain it, the technology faded, its blueprints lost, its makers forgotten. The human cost is harder to trace, yet no less poignant. Imagine the craftsman, let's call him Nicias, a fictional name for the unknown genius, who toiled over the mechanism's gears. Picture him in a Rhodes workshop, his hands steady as he carved bronze teeth, his mind wrestling with Hipparchus's equations. Nicias would have been a polymath, blending astronomy, mathematics, and metallurgy. He might have dreamed of his device guiding navigators or inspiring philosophers, only to see his work shipped off as a Roman trinket. Did he die in obscurity, his expertise unvalued? Or did he watch helplessly as his culture's scientific flame dimmed? His story, like the mechanism's, is one of unrealized potential, a spark extinguished by a world unready for its light. Centuries later, when the mechanism was rediscovered, it faced a new injustice: disbelief. Early 20th century scholars, steeped in the assumption that ancient technology was rudimentary, dismissed it as an outlier. Some speculated it was a modern artifact, misplaced in the wreck, unable to reconcile its complexity with their view of antiquity. It wasn't until the 1970s, when Derek de Solla Price used X-rays to reveal its inner workings, that the world began to accept its ancient origins. Even then, the mechanism remained a curiosity, overshadowed by flashier relics like the Parthenon or Pompeii. The public, enthralled by modern computers, saw little relevance in a rusty Greek machine. The tragedy lies not just in its loss, but in what it represents. A glimpse of a technological path not taken. Had the mechanism's knowledge been preserved, could humanity have built mechanical computers centuries earlier? Could astronomy have advanced faster, sparing us centuries of superstition? These questions haunt me, as they should you. Yet, from this tragedy, a legacy emerges, one that demands we look closer. The Antikythera mechanism, though forgotten for millennia, has left an indelible mark on our understanding of history and science. Its rediscovery forced us to rewrite the timeline of technology, proving that the ancients were far more advanced than we imagined. Studies by researchers like Michael Wright and Tony Freeth, using 3D imaging and computer modeling, have reconstructed its functions, revealing a device that rivals the precision of 18th century clocks. This wasn't a one-off. It suggests a lost tradition of mechanical astronomy, with the Antikythera mechanism as its surviving masterpiece. Today, the mechanism resides in the National Archaeological Museum in Athens, a silent witness to human ingenuity. It inspires modern engineers and scientists, from NASA researchers modeling planetary orbits to programmers designing algorithms for celestial navigation. Its gears, with their differential ratios, prefigure the mechanics of modern transmissions and robotics. In a poetic twist, the mechanism's rediscovery coincided with the dawn of the computer age, as if history were reminding us of its ancient roots. When we marvel at AI or space telescopes, we owe a nod to the unnamed Greeks who first mechanized the cosmos. Its legacy also carries a warning: brilliance can be lost if we fail to preserve it. The mechanism's obscurity reflects how cultural shifts, conquest, or apathy can bury knowledge. In our own time, as we race toward quantum computing and Mars missions, are we overlooking innovations that don't fit our priorities? The mechanism urges us to value the unconventional, to protect the sparks of genius that might otherwise fade. Yet mysteries remain. Who built it? Was it unique, or were there others? Recent studies suggest similar devices may lie undiscovered in other wrecks, waiting to deepen our understanding. The mechanism's inscriptions, still partially untranslated, may hold clues to its origins or purpose. These unknowns fuel my curiosity as a scientist and storyteller, and I hope they ignite yours. The Antikythera mechanism isn't just a relic, it's a call to rediscover the past, to honor the minds that dared to dream beyond their time. The Antikythera mechanism stands as a beacon of human potential, a machine that captured the stars in bronze and gear. From its creation in a Greek workshop to its rediscovery in a diver's net, it tells a story of triumph, tragedy, and rediscovery. It reminds us that science is not a straight line, but a tapestry, woven with forgotten threads that can still inspire. The unnamed genius behind it, whether Nicias or another, changed how we could see the universe, yet history let their light dim. Their legacy, though, endures in every satellite, every algorithm, every dream of the cosmos. As we stand in the present, gazing toward a future of interstellar exploration, let's pause to honor the past. What other marvels lie buried, waiting for us to find them? Could the next Antikythera mechanism be hidden in a museum vault, a desert tomb, or even in the ideas we dismiss today? I invite you to ponder this. What inventions, what minds are we overlooking in our own time? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Perhaps you know of a forgotten innovation that deserves its moment in the light. Thank you for joining me on this journey through history's shadows. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe to Obscure Minds for more tales of science's unsung heroes. Your support keeps these stories alive, connecting the past to our present and inspiring the future. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and let's uncover the secrets history has yet to reveal.